A few years ago, I realized something that has helped me ever since. Most people do not want to know the truth. Most people do not have a genuine desire to gain knowledge or understanding about the world. Most people prefer ideology and will actively reject information that contradicts their ideologically filtered view of the world. This is why people choose to ignore facts, make excuses, apply double standards, and often resort to screaming at the top of their lungs when presented with factual information that discredits their beliefs. I learned that you cannot engage in a civilized discussion with these people, these puppets of an ideology that they do not fully understand. They do not enter into conversations in good faith. You cannot argue against what they believe. You cannot convince them that they are wrong, and they will never admit that they were wrong. They will only ever double down. So, that raises a question. If you can't disagree with these people, what can you do? I realized the answer to this question. Instead of disagreeing with these people, you can agree with these people. Agree with their arguments, agree with their claims, and when they provide a reason for their claims, you can find the underlying principle and logic and apply it yourself.
Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is?
I've done exactly this several times in recent years, and the results are the same. They realize that they cannot disagree with you. They are smart enough to recognize the fact that they are merely being pushed further down the road that they have already been traveling down. Either they will superficially agree with you, or they will go quiet and very quickly walk away. They will not disagree with you. They know that doing so would put them at risk of receiving the same accusations of bigot, racist, homophobe, transphobe that they delight in throwing around. I'll give you a real-world example of something that occurred in the comments section of a Facebook post. An employee of an American summer camp in northern New York State posted an image of the camp's flagpole along with the caption, "Happy Memorial Day weekend, my friends." There was an American flag, obviously. However, also being flown from the same flagpole was an LGBTQ pride flag. Obvious virtue signaling. I decided to have a little fun. FYI, that bottom flag has been updated a couple of times. That one isn't inclusive enough and sends the wrong message to other factions of the LGBTQAIP2+ community. It should be taken down and replaced as soon as possible. Peace, love and tolerance. I also included an image of the updated flag. I received a few replies. From Sue. I was just coming to say something similar. My daughter is very up on these things and is always pointing out to me how the flags we see locally here in Cambridge, Massachusetts, are often outdated. To be fair, that flag has evolved many times and it can get costly to keep updating them. I replied to Sue. Yes, it is true that the flag is updated often, but this is good. New discoveries, more amazing things to learn about, and our making progressive societal changes to reflect that new knowledge and our acceptance. We mustn't be stuck in the past. We've made great progress in recent years, but we still have a long way to go. I'm sure FV, this summer camp, wouldn't mind the cost of purchasing a new flag every once in a while, if it means sending a message of open-mindedness, diversity, equality, and inclusivity. FV must do everything possible to let the world know it is a safe space for everyone within the LGBTQAIP2+ community, where nobody is discriminated against. I'm glad that it's been brought to FV's attention, so the flag can be changed as soon as possible. And in the future, when we, including myself, learn more, we can change again. Everyone can change if they are true allies, committed to social justice. Peace. Bob, the employee of the summer camp who made the original post, said, "Thank you for the tip." I replied to Bob, "You're welcome. I can't wait to see the new progressive flag in pride, no pun intended, of place on the flagpole. Will it be up in time for the start of the first session? It's important to send the message that Frost Valley is a safe space for all members of the LGBTQQAIP2+ community and doesn't discriminate against or ignore anyone. Another person named Steve replied, I'm sure that Frost Valley would appreciate your monetary donation to replace the flag as soon as possible. I replied to Stephen, yes, I'm sure Frost Valley would appreciate a monetary donation. However, I'm quite confident that FV is quite capable of purchasing a new flag without my donation. But if you feel strongly about it, you could always make the donation yourself, with the explicit reason for that donation being your desire to see FV remove that uninclusive flag and replace it with one that recognizes and celebrates intersex people and sex workers rather than stigmatizing and shunning them. Obviously, you wouldn't have a problem with that, right? Jarmy replied to me, I legitimately can't tell if you're joking or not. I replied to Diarmy, no, not joking. The flag is outdated, so it should be replaced with the more inclusive and progressive one. This flag doesn't recognize or celebrate intersex people and also subtly contributes to the stigmatization of sex workers, including those within the LGBTQQAIP2+ community. As I've said further up this thread, FV must proudly declare itself a safe space for this community and not discriminate against anyone within the community. There's enough hate in the world already. That is how you play the game. That is how you win and have a bit of fun doing it. So do the same thing. Go out and do the same thing as me.